we hear things like, what does stress and worry ever do for you? You know, think about the last time stress and worry ever sort of helped you. No, it only makes you worry and ruins your day. Wrong. That's wrong. What stress and worry does is it kicks you into action. It's not very pleasant, but it makes you do something about whatever is worrying you. Sometimes if you're too cowardly or if you don't know what to do, then you don't do anything and you just sit in suspense and worry and fear and stress and anger and bitterness and all that sort of stuff. But the point of it, it kicks you into gear. And that's what that feeling of suspense is. It's the feeling of, I need to do something. I need to do something. I need to do something. Something bad's going to happen. I need to do something. I need to do something. And every single time that something gets in your way, that feeling of worry and that feeling of tension and stress and suspense, the suspense of something bad coming, it increases. Whenever something gets in the way, whenever something gets worse, whenever your advantage decreases. And so the point is, obviously, whenever you think about how do I create suspense, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, okay, something bad might happen. Okay, well, how do I further increase that suspense? I'll tell you how. The fact that that feeling of suspense is created because it's propelling someone to do something. The second you put things in the way, the second you limit someone's control, and the closer that bad thing that's going to happen gets, paired with that lack of control, that ramps up the suspense. I don't think that suspense is like something that you can control, like this rising thing. I think it's more so the amount of things that take away a person's control, paired with the closer that bad thing that's coming is going to get. And that's why, sometimes you add in that time limit, like what Alfred Hitchcock said, the time limit for the bomb. He was talking about how you need a time limit. Yeah, it's because when you see that bad thing is closing in on you, when you know it's closing in, which can be represented by a time limit. It doesn't have to be a time limit. You can just see it closing in. I don't know, you can see the lava creep towards, you can see the smoke creep towards them. Then it increases suspense because we know that the bad thing is coming and closing in. But then you limit people's options to do anything about it, and that's when it really kicks up. So what sort of options? Perhaps something they need needs charging. Perhaps something they need is broken. Perhaps something they need is missing. Alongside all of those hindrances, there's actual obstacles that can get in your way, including people. People can get in the way. They can start fights. They can try and stop you. You can have an argument, All of the things that can... Sit down again. You just need to think of all of the ways that you can limit the ways that a person can deal with getting away from the bad thing or stopping it from happening. And especially that added knowing of the fact that it's closing in. You know it's coming. And the closer it gets, the less time they have to do something about it. It limits their control even further because there's a lack of time. I actually have a card for that time limit, but I don't know where it is. Yeah. The cards that I just showed you, by the way, are part of a specific deck, which is nowhere near finished. And that's to do with hindrances, obstacles. So there you go. That is what suspense is and how you can kind of understand what sort of things you can do and think about to get that natural kind of reaction of feeling suspenseful, feeling worried. I'm Joe Webb, storyteller, the storyteller. See you next time.